Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at our last war. Unfortunately, we did not pull off the victory, but that's why we're here. We can learn a lot from our mistakes and our defeats. So, public service announcement. I did go full Britney on my hair. I've been cooped up in the house for so long with this social distancing. So, yeah. So, thanks for guys for checking out the channel. Remember to hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and please comment, guys. Thank you so much. Let's get started. All right, first attack that we're going to look at is a fail by me, and it was due to poor execution. I still think the plan was A plus, and a little bit different than my usual hybrid. So I'm going to kind of show you what I saw here. So the first thing I saw is this channel again, and this isn't like a typical channel. This isn't like a terrible base, but this is a still like there's still the town hall there. This is a high HP building that the queen can get. She can get this. So like miners or hogs would be able to, there'd be splash damage that wouldn't be there. She'd be able to reach this. Um, so that's kind of what I saw. And I wanted to walk the queen down this channel because there's a lot here for her to get. And she's also going to be tanking, some of these defenses here. She wouldn't be able to reach the eagle, which was kind of a problem, as you'll see. But yeah, that's kind of the plan here. The reason I decided to do hogs instead of miners only is because there's only a couple of buildings in here. Queen can reach that. There's this, there's that platform, and that's really it. So if I can get the miners where they're going to be just coming through here, and the queen can take care of all this, and then DK over here. And the reason I decided to bring the blimp on this one instead of the siege barracks is because of this corridor right here. Um, what I decided to do was blimp right here. I actually ended up going a little bit this way, which wasn't a big deal. And I tried to time it where the queen and the royal champ were in this section right here. And the real problem with this is it worked out better than I expected it to. So the Yetis end up taking out all of this. I mean, they took out all of this, and I think no, the platform didn't go down, but the Royal Champ went down, and the Archer Queen went down, and I was kind of just, I was gonna bring the hogs in right here, and there was nothing to bring them in here for, so I brought them right here, and they end up hitting a bomb here, a couple of bombs at the same time the Eagles raining down on them. I lost all my hogs at the beginning of the attack. So King did his job down here. I should have dropped, what should have happened is I should have adjusted since this got so much value and looked at this as the channel for the hogs and dropped the king down here so he could have got a lot more value. And I planned to hit my grand ward ability early, and I didn't because I was thinking the queen or the royal champ would be up, so I would hit my grand warden ability early, let the hogs and the royal champ take care of her. But I didn't, and they ended up all dying out here. And I still got a high percentage 2-star. But let's just take a look at the mistake that I made, and kind of take a look at why execution is just as important as planning. The plan on this was A plus. The execution on this was an F. So let's take a look at that. All right, so let's go ahead and play this here. Something else had happened, and it really wasn't the deal breaker though. So I got so much value. I got way too much value out of everything I brought in. Like I brought in 3 loons. I brought in a little bit of everything, and I just got way too much value out of it. And the dragon ended up staying alive longer. And so the witches kind of went over there, and they had plenty of time to get those skeletons out. So those skeletons really messed me up. So look at the value that I got there. I got everything in that corridor down, and that bomb tower, and the wizard tower. So there's a lot of splash going there. So we'll pause it here, and you can see the pathing is perfect for the hogs once the queen gets further down. And she just gets hung up on these wizards. They go over to the king. They start going towards him. They start going towards the baby dragon. And I spend like 2 days trying to get them down. I should have, I mean, I didn't, I should have dropped a wizard to help out, and I just didn't think about it. So those are the moments that you have to adjust. So just that's one of the things I want you guys to learn from is a mistake here. You see, I have 3 wizards in my comp and 2 archers. Even a couple of archers earlier would have helped out so much. I drop this rage late, and the queen pops her ability, and she still stays alive through the whole entire attack. So, King doesn't get as much benefit as I'd like him to. In come the hogs, and we're gonna pause it right here. So, there's a bomb right there. Get a Grand Warden ability right here. Boom, boom, boom. And then another, and that's it right there. I lost all my hogs right at that moment, right at the beginning of the raid. So it's just one button click can cost you a 3-star, but yeah, that's just my mistake. We're gonna fast forward through this, but you can just see how you can have the perfect plan and execution is everything. So run these plans back to your back through your head and just kind of learn from my mistakes. I'm good at planning. My plans are always pretty good. There's very rarely a time where I'm like, man, that plan was not good. And I'll have some videos of that too. There has been a couple of times where my plan was not great and it just, my execution could be flawless and the attack still didn't work. So this is an example of perfect plan, terrible execution, and I still get an 87% 2-star. So, yeah, just very, very important to learn from mistakes. So we're going to take a look at Milk's attack here because these are some beautiful bats. I mean, like, beautiful. So we'll take a look at that here in just a sec. Okay, we're going to take a look at Milk's attack, and this is just an example of the bats just go like around the town hall like just so perfectly. So let's take a look at this attack here. She's coming in with the Pekka bat. She's got 5 Pekkas in the composition. Gonna get those down, those max Pekkas. Now this is a Town Hall 13 on a Town Hall 12, but I just thought it was glorious kind of seeing the bats and the placement and kind of the timing and everything like that. So bats are just OP if you can make them work. They do get a little sketchy at Town Hall 12 and Town Hall 13 due to the damage put out by the Town Hall, but this is just an example of it working out perfectly. And these aren't things you plan out all the time. You do your best to plan, and sometimes things go awry, but this is just an example of things when things go perfectly right. So cleared out all that with the Pekkas. She's still got 2 Pekkas left. She's got an Ice Golem. She's got the Wall Wrecker. She's going to bring this Wall Wrecker in here towards this 3 o'clock Inferno and Wiz Tower. Rages up the Queen. In comes the Ice Golem. Not a ton of damage here, so that Wall Wrecker should make it pretty far. As soon as that CC comes out, she starts to push. Ooh, risky, no poison for that. Eagle goes down, Grand Warden ability through these Eagle shots here. Keep that Wall Wrecker alive. Queen's still working. She's getting a lot of value out of that Queen. Royal Champ doing work. And she's only going to have, I think, 1 freeze left. She's got 2. Oh, yeah, she has to freeze this multi and this Wizard Tower twice because it takes so long for the bats to get through. But look at this. Watch this. The bats go towards the Wizard Tower. It unfreezes and goes down. And then it's going to go right around this town hall. Just perfect. I wish I would have recorded my live reaction to this attack because I was just jazzed. Still moving. Ice Golem just perfectly timed. Ice Golem goes down, freezes the town hall. Bat's still moving. Those are the things that you cannot plan, but when they work out, they work out. So that's awesome. Bat's still going, and then the rest from here is just cleanup. So awesome attack by Milk. We're going to take a look at one more attack here from this war. All right, so we're going to take a look at Stamp's attack here. And the reason I wanted to play this is because Yeti Smash is super powerful at Town Hall 13. And he's done something that I've kind of taken as well and started doing is adding 1 P.E.K.K.A to the composition when you're doing Yeti Smash. The Yetis do great damage. The Yeti Mites do work on defenses, especially because they can reach over the walls. But adding 1 P.E.K.K.A to your Yeti Smash makes a huge difference. It helps you push through the base a little bit faster because that P.E.K.K.A just does a lot of damage. The P.E.K.K.A here walks on this, but it still ends up turning out awesome. And we'll just take a look at that here. So he's going to quake this core. Notice he doesn't quake where it activates the town hall, which is good. Now, sometimes he does, but if the Yetis are going to get to the town hall fast, it's not a big deal. Drops the P.E.K.K.A on the right side, bowlers, Yetis, Yetis on the left side, bowlers, and then he's just going to come right into the core, and the Yetis and the bowlers and everything. Going to drop this huge barracks as well. Oh, okay, so that makes sense as well. So those Yetis and the P.E.K.K.A on the outside are going to be able to clean up a lot of this trash, and then that other P.E.K.K.A is going to be going into the core. So let's take a look. We're going to focus on the core here. Yeah. 2 ice golems, baby drag come out. Those Yetis are just doing work. Ice golems are the best CC to have when against Yeti smash. I had a couple of people try to Yeti smash my base and they just got stalled up in the middle for so long, and the multis and the scatter shots were just doing work on them. So definitely something to stop Yeti smash, because Yeti smash can kind of be a spam attack, and it'll work on a lot of bases. But that's definitely one way to counter that too. World champs moving around still, not getting locked on. So having those hogs in the siege barracks, and I think he brought 1 heal, is huge, because you just keep those hogs long enough to get a ton of value. Pops the Royal Champ ability there. You get a ton of value out of those hogs with the Royal Champ. Now there is a lot of cleanup here, but he's going to get it done in just in time. So we're going to fast forward through this. So that's just one thing. We'll do a video on Yeti Smash here soon, but I've got a part 2 of the hybrid attack that I'm going to do here. Because there's some nuances to that, like spells, whether to bring 3 heal spells or 3 rages, and if you need a jump, things like that. Also doing the blimp with the hybrid, I'll go over that as well too. So stay tuned for upcoming videos, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Please hit that subscribe button, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.